The way I go about beginning illustration is first, of course, I'm contacted by the publisher or in some cases the author. I've partnered with various authors and come up with ideas before, so that's worked well. But it's similar to anyone reading a story. You're forming pictures in your head. They're filled with color, sort of you get the idea of the flavor that you want to create in your illustrations. And you might be looking at locations and thinking about possible models. In the case of a number of the books, all of my books so far have used real people for the models, and so I'll be all the time I'm looking at people and deciding whether they fit into a book. And it's so if I see someone that I think would be a particularly good character, then I've gotten used to going up to them and talking to them about it. In other cases, I've worked very closely with the authors in coming up with ideas. I worked really closely with Janet McNaughton, with Shantae Grant, with Joanne Taylor, thank you. Mine draws a blank. With Joanne and with Budge Wilson. It was, really very rewarding to get their ideas, and also they were very receptive to my ideas. There are some writers that I wouldn't necessarily work well with, I'm sure, but there have been cases like with Jamie Bastido with Free as the Wind. He lives in Yellowknife, and so I didn't see him until well after the book was published. So there are those situations as well. Can be very collaborative. For example, with Shantae. Shantae was writing in Up Home. She was writing about the community of North Preston, and I wasn't familiar with North Preston. I hadn't been to North Preston, and so it was really important that Shantae be there and introduced me to the community. And I want to make sure that I understand the community and am not intruding in any way. So you want to make sure you're comfortable with the people you're working with.